Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander's Core studio. Welcome to the show. So, with spoiler season, we got a lot of new and exciting cards, a lot of new and exciting commanders, but we also got one other thing that is new and exciting, and that is, well, a specific card treatment that opens things up in a big way, in my opinion. Here we go. Why gold bordered cards now are 100% legal, and yeah, here we go. Let's jump into it. So, in the article Collecting Aether Drift, the four most important things to know, if you were just paying attention to the spoilers, you might not have seen, what kinds of cards, what kinds of treatments we are getting, and as someone who just takes whatever the cheapest option is when it comes to the cards and does not really care at all on what they look like, essentially, yeah, I don't pay attention to this stuff usually, but when it comes to this one, I did because, well, let's just scroll down a little bit. I'm not going to read through it, but I'm just going to scroll down a little bit, and we're going to see, oh, yeah, some cool art right there. Oh, yeah, we've got, of course, oh, look, a serialized card. Wow, Wizards money. Okay, anyways. And then you see this. First place foils Dazzle, the competition. So we see ourselves a gold-bordered card that Wizards is making in 2025. And it is legal. Legal. Yeah, Wizards, I'm sure they had some kind of discussion when they were going about this, and maybe they were, just completely okay with, the discussion that was going to go around it, because gold-bordered cards, up until now, according to them, aren't legal. Now, am I being a little facetious right now? Absolutely, but am I doing so to try to prove a point? Yes, because there are times where Wizards is just absolutely obnoxious with some of the things that they think about and decide when it comes to what cards should be played, what cards can't be played, and trying to tell players what they can do and not do with their cards, especially in a format like Commander where, again, it's a social, non-competitive, non-tournament format. So it doesn't matter. You can use whatever cards you want, and Wizards can't stop you, unless you're at a tournament. There you go. That being said, when it comes to a gold-bordered card, again, we have not seen gold-bordered cards printed for, I think, like 20 or so years or so. I think there's an article I'll get to here in a second about it. But basically, yeah, we've never seen gold-bordered cards printed in this way. Sure, it is slightly different, yes, but they're still called gold. I think they're like gold foil, essentially, is what they're called, right? Like, first-place foils are these. I think they've got gold foil in here somewhere. 1 second, really quick. Gold. I should have kind of looked at. There we go. Gold-like foil. Oh, it's gold-like. It's not gold. It's gold-like. Oh my goodness. So yeah, being able to just say that. But look, yeah, they look pretty nice. Again, like, I don't care. Like, I'll play with whatever. Whatever's, the least expensive version of a card. It does not matter to me. But when it comes to the gold-like foil, yeah, those are gold-bordered as well. Because, yeah, that's a border. It's gold. Or is it gold-like Wizards? Regardless, when it comes to their stance on gold-bordered cards and not being able to use them, that has been a hard stance for many, 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 many years, because those cards were just meant for what Wizards, like, displaying, essentially. You're like, oh, I bought the tournament deck of someone, and we'll get to the cards here in a second that I'm trying to specify, but I bought the tournament deck from, whatever this year was, and wow, I'm just going to put it up on a shelf and look at it, because magic. No, players play with cards. And again, in a format like Commander where it does not matter, again, what cards you play with your cards. So, again, when it comes to the actual cards and the argument against that, the argument against it is like, well, the back is different. Okay, well, these days now we have two things that are true. We've got gold, quote-unquote, like foil, gold-bordered cards, gold-like border cards that are now legal. We also have cards that have different backs that are legal, too. I mean, just to name a few, and actually, here's the article if you want to go through, like, the new gold border cards. I think it's on MTG Rocks. After 21 years. There you go. So it's been 21 years. Wow. But yeah, when it comes to the different backs of cards, I mean, just look at like Bruna. Bruna is a completely legal card. Bruna has a very wild back on it. It looks like half of a card because it's a meld card. So yeah, that is a legal card. 100%. So the back does not matter at all when it comes to the legality of a card, really. Then we've got MDFCs as well, of course. We've got a ton of MDFCs that see a ton of play. Some of the most played cards in Commander. I mean, Malky Rebirth. Here you go. Oh, look at that back. Does that look like a regular Magic card back? Or that one? Or that one? Or that one? No, they don't. Because the back does not matter. Because when you're playing a game of Commander, you play with sleeves. Because if you didn't play with sleeves, it'd probably be cheating because you use like a multitude of cards, right, from a multitude of eras and different sets and whatnot. So like the backs of cards can be chipped, the backs of cards can look different, the backs of cards can feel different because, again, they're printed at different times, different eras with different types of cardboard and whatnot. So yeah, again, the back of the card does not matter, and the border does not matter, except for probably silver. But yeah, that's a different discussion for a different day. But when it comes to actual cards, again, like, look at these, like, look at the actual difference, and you might have to see them in person, right, to see the actual difference. But like, okay, we've got gold border, gold-like border, and gold border. Okay, why is this one legal but that one not legal? It makes absolutely no sense. And yeah, Wayfarer's Bauble, come on, you gotta let Wayfarer's Bauble in. Hey, are you going to, when you sit down at a table, say someone can't play with a Catcher Mouse, the New Dawn, if that's their commander because they have the gold-like border? No, you're not going to say that. And also, if someone plays with a gold border Wayfarer's Bauble, you're going to kick them out of the LGS? No, you're not. I mean, some players might try, but don't do that. That's absolutely terrible, number one. Number two, it's a non-competitive, non-tournament format. Stop taking it so seriously, people, and allow players to play with their gold border cards. I personally have never run into any issues with anyone when it comes to sitting down at a table and playing with proxies or playing with gold border cards. I've never run into anyone, though I do see online people complain about it when people do still. If you're one of those players, I would recommend that you, well, maybe just, I don't know, have a different perspective on this and not take Commander so seriously, because it's not a format that's meant to be taken seriously at all. And if players want to play with this really weird card, again, look, Aganosaurus, look at that card. What looks more like a Magic card? This or this? Just literally, just what looks more like a Magic card? It's pretty obvious. I mean, these days, when it comes to like cards that look like Magic cards, cards that don't, you have like those movie poster cards now these days too. The fact that it's gold bordered does not matter. The fact that it's cheaper is probably the main thing. And the reason why Wizards probably says that, you know, they're not legal is because like they weren't supposed to reprint certain things because of, you know, the whole, hey, yeah, we'll never reprint those cards policy. And then they did. And then they also did it at the 30th anniversary, but like, well, it's not reprinting because look at the back. The back is different. Wow. And those ones aren't even gold border. Those aren't even gold border, but they're like, but the back's different, so don't worry about it. But if it's in a sleeve, who can see it? No one can see it, but you can tell by the sit symbol. Who's going to remember that? I don't know. Anyways, when it comes to the actual cards, though, yeah, if you are a player, maybe if you are, you know, buying something like a, say, Gaia's Cradle, yeah, it's very expensive, but, yeah, again, it's like $800 for, like, the regular, quote-unquote, one. But it's only $145 only. It's $145 for the World Champ deck version from 1999. So again, that is quite the savings of that. And again, there should be absolutely no complaints from anyone with someone trying to play with this card versus the quote-unquote real version of it, essentially. Because again, yeah, Magic's it's a you know, it's a game, number one. Number two, like Commander's you know, a friendly, fun, you know, casual game. Stop taking it so seriously, people. So yeah, again, the back is different. Let's just look at the back really quick on one of these so you can see it. The back's different. Are you going to be able to see that when it's in a sleeve? No. No, you can't. So it does not matter at all. It does not matter. Ancient Tomb, yet another card that is decently expensive these days. Again, like around like $88, but there are two World Championship deck versions of it around $28 or $29. So there you go. A good savings there too. Vampiric Tutor, yet another very, very expensive card. Again, like around like, I guess it's been reprinted a couple times these days. So it's around like $40 right now. Still, $23, about half the price. And of course, Wayfarer's Bauble, ironically, the actual gold border version is more expensive than the regular versions, but still, again, when it comes to these kinds of cards, when it comes to the concept that people have of like, oh, there's no way that these can be legal. Again, if you literally just look at like these two cards, which one looks more like a Magic card? You put them both in sleeves. What's going to look more like a Magic card between these two cards? This one. This one. Not close. But yeah, both are still, in my opinion, very legal in Commander, and no one should have any problems with it because why? Come on, it's a casual game. Everyone stop taking it so seriously. And again, if you've got the argument of, well, you can't play gold border because Wizard says so. These are gold bordered. No, they're gold-like border. Wow. Okay, also, when it comes to the, you know, whole back border thing, like, yeah, again, MDFCs. Wow. Completely different backs. My goodness. Okay, so again, at the end of the day, again, when it comes to all these spoilers, again, am I being facetious with this argument? Absolutely. But is it to prove a point? Yes, it is to prove a point. The point is that Wizards is sometimes very, stubborn, annoying, when it comes to their decisions, their thoughts of things, and when it comes to not allowing gold border cards in a casual format that they, you know, can't exactly police at your household or your LGS, essentially, when it comes to you playing certain cards, yeah, lay off. you just printed gold-like cards, and I'm sure you had a entire marketing meeting around like, well, what should we call these? We can't call them gold border because that would open up some problems. Johnson, what do you think? Well, I think we should call them gold, quote-unquote, like cards. Johnson, you're a genius. Promoted. Yeah, so that's probably how that went down. Regardless, let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments below. And yeah, I hope to see more gold border cards out there, in the LGSs, at people's houses being played. And with that, this episode is coming to a close. Make sure you comment below with your thoughts on it. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.